Hello, Brotherhood Coaching. Hey, so I want to give you guys a recap. We just finished up day 2 of our Operative Development School yesterday. This is the second annual one that we've been doing at my department. And, we were sitting it, and what we went over was developing and implementing training drills, and also coming up with your own expectations and delivering them to your crew. So during the training part, though, it's what I like about sitting in on these classes is this kind of thoughts come to your head, and maybe you give some tips to some guys that are going to be taking your spot one day. And one of the things came up when we were talking about training drills, because I saw like a light come on with some of the guys, and they were starting to take some notes when we were talking about just different ways to train and to make it easy. And one of the big things was taking a drill and then breaking it down into smaller parts, and then doing the smaller parts and then putting them together. And at the end, the guys were like, "Oh, we never thought about doing something like that for training." And at the end, I told them, I said, "Hey, I want to tell you guys something." And I said, I call it the secret sauce, right? And no one ever thinks about it. Maybe some do, but it's, I've never really seen low morale in a company that trains regularly. There's a reason for it. And, if you're sitting around not doing the skills that you signed up for, things get complacent and you don't enjoy it. At the end of the day, we signed up to be firefighters to save lives and protect property, right? In that's pulling hose, fighting fire, throwing ladders, making rescues, break open doors. And if you're not doing these skills, what happens? You don't have that purpose that you're feeling. And so replicate it in training. Do these skills in training so that you become better, confidence goes up, and then that morale's there. And I'll stand by it. I still have not seen low morale in a company that trains regularly. So if you're having issues, train. Do something purposeful. We broke it down. I tell the guys, when I do a training or anything, it's like 5 to 15 minutes, depending on. But I do a bunch of little ones. Maybe once a month that I do a multi-hour one, and that's normally on a Saturday when we get some time to go out of service. 2 to 3 hours, and we'll do a drill that way. But get out of that mindset that you've got to have this big production and all these different things going on. Just think of all the skills you'd have to do on the scene of a fire, on the scene of a pin-in, on the scene of a medical call, and then replicate, break it up into little pieces, do those skills individually, then put them all together. Depending on a station, you might be busy where it's hard to. There's plenty of times on the scene of a medical call we'll go look at the standpipe system, or go find the FDC, or, hey, how are we going to stretch to this room? Talk me through it real quick. Just to keep the mind in the game, So I hope you got something out of this one. And as always, if you did, do me a favor, share it up with somebody else, and I will talk to you next time.